Hey everyone, and welcome to Forex Street webinar. Do you have the right habits for trading? Before we begin, as always, we need to do a little small sound check. So you just need to confirm that you can hear me and that we can start. So type OK if the sound is OK. OK, sound is fine. Thank you. So we will begin with a disclaimer saying that online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets, and if you want to get corresponding information on everything considering charting conditions, you should go to admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country, and contact an appropriate entity. Also, risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets takes no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion, and the slides are not part of .co.uk website. So Forex is risky business, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. And if you want to enjoy the full power potential MT4, you can download the Supreme Edition by Trader's Room in Admiral Markets. And I want to tell you that thanks everyone who voted for us, basically, because Admiral Markets now is officially best MT4 broker. You can check on website. So best MT4 broker in UK. Okay. So today's agenda will be trading your routine and behavioral patterns. Trading routine example, sticking to the method, and breaking bad habits. And all in all, we need to know about our routine. We need to be on the winning side of the market. But even though if we lose from time to time, it's not that bad, because from losing, we are constantly learning, right? We are learning from our mistakes. It's not just about following signals. Okay, you have a system, you download it from the internet, you bought it, whatever, and it gives you a signal, and then you enter the market. If it's easy like that, everyone would be millionaires. So that's not the case. You need to have a routine. That routine is basically in your trading plan. So you should follow your trading plan, and you should also follow your routine, which is a part of your trading plan. You need to know when to enter the market, when to stay out of market, when to take profit, when to put your stop loss to break even, when to scale out, when to sit back and relax. So everything is considered a routine. So you should never practice to lose, because I know that a lot of traders just enter revenge trades, and they ultimately think that their system is great, neglecting the thing that they are doing revenge trades. So by doing that, you're basically practicing to lose, and you are not following routine, you're not following correct routine. I know a lot of successful traders, really, who are great, but they have problem with psychology, their own psychology. Because if you start to lose and you start to take revenge trades, you will be practicing not to trade, you will be practicing to lose. Because every single trade that is not following your routine and your system, which should have been good and tested before you go with big account, is basically a loser. Because when you do a good trade, which has not been followed by a good routine, proper routine, it's considered a bad trade. You should never look for any shortcuts, because shortcuts to become a full-fledged trader does not exist. Trading, as everything in life, requires patience. So if you want to go with a shortcut towards your fortune, I need to disappoint you. Those people who are looking for shortcuts are gamblers. Okay? Because even gamblers, I always stated, even gamblers can gamble on Forex market. And I don't have anything to say about it except that you can gamble. you can place your margin, and if you win the trade, then basically you can become really, really a very, maybe the happiest person in life just by gambling in one single trade and taking money out of it. But if you miss the trade, then definitely that will have a big impact to your psyche. The thing is that if you want to be a proper trader, you should never ever let gambling mind overwhelms you. Never ever. Always try to be professional and always think that banks give you 1 or 2% per year, and that you are in advantage if you can make it per month. Never forget it. So there are no shortcuts. There are only stairs, or how we call it, stairway to heaven. Okay? Step by step to your fortune. Okay? You cannot take 5 steps up, then 10 steps down. It's like you were taking a shortcut. Live trading account is sometimes, and maybe this sounds strange to you, live trading account is sometimes the best way to practice. For example, usually what I do is when I make a method or system, when it's in beta phase, okay, we have alpha phase, beta phase before it goes live, I tend to open a small account. That account can be like $100 or $500 and test the system on live account. Because I know that I'm not sure how many traders or educators do that, but why I do that? It's because I want to get into the psyche of a real trader, of a trader who trades my live. Okay, I want to see the traders trade what I teach live, not on demo account. Because of that, I deposit usually, as I said, a small amount of money, $100 or $500, and then, or euros, it doesn't matter, and then I test how my system performs live. And I try to enter the psychology of the mass to see how they will perform with my system. And if I produce good results, then usually there are some fine adjustments, attunements, and usually that is the final phase and my system goes live. So even though if you don't trade the way how I teach or how I tell you to trade by my analysis or my webinars, do not be afraid to lose when you test something on live account, because you won't be losing much. If you go, for example, with your friends or with your girlfriend to downtown and you have a party, whatever, you will spend that amount of money probably in a single night. So because of that, don't be afraid to lose money if you want to test something. Believe me, it's much better. It's a bit paradoxical, but you will get a point. It's much better for you to lose on live account than to lose on demo account, because demo account will fake your mind. You will always know that there is a demo account, then you can always add up some virtual money and that you basically can do it infinitely. But if you lose a trade on live account, you should analyze the trade, you should see where your mistake was, you should try to basically compensate for mistake, not by doing a revenge trade, but by analyzing your trade and next time following your system or your routine. Because usually problems arise when you don't follow your system, plan, or routine. And 99% of time it's your psychology. It's not market, it's not your system, it's your psychology. Okay, it's usually like that. The thing is that having a live account, you should always be ready to that. Basically, let's cut it to the chase. If you open a live account and you start to trade on live account after you made a plan, after you demo test your account, then that will be really your first big step towards being a full-fledged trader. Trading on live accounts, you will get a courage, a braveness, and you will have no fear to enter the market. Because people who didn't or haven't traded live, they usually have paralysis of analysis. They don't know, they're afraid to pull the trigger. And vice versa, people who are very experienced in Forex trading, I know that, believe me, even from my personal experience, tend to pull the trigger too many times. So those are extremes, right? At one side, we have traders who are afraid to pull the trigger, and at a completely opposite side, we have traders who are pulling the trigger way too much. And those are usually traders with experience, who have really a big experience on trading live accounts. We need to find a middle, okay? We always need to find a middle. And you can only do that if you analyze yourself. By analyzing yourself, I always refer to your subconscious mind, okay? Your conscious mind has only 10% for making a decision. It uses only 10% to make a decision. And subconscious mind is actively 90% active in making decisions. The power of the subconscious mind is basically largely untapped. Okay? The thing is that subconscious mind will direct your long-term memory, short-term memory, and for trading, what is most important is emotions and feelings. Okay, guys, this is important. Subconscious mind does that, not your conscious mind. So subconscious mind governs your emotions and feelings during your trading. Also, habit patterns, relationship patterns, addictions. And for a lot of you, probably Forex is like an addiction, right? Because probably once in your lifetime you made a good money in Forex, and you know that there is a big possibility that you will make money. So it's like addiction indeed. Okay? But don't forget that other subconscious parts of your mind are used for development stages, spiritual connection, and intuition. Everything in universe is connected, and everything in your subconscious mind is intermingled. Okay? If you are on a losing streak, you will definitely become a part of a negative stress cycle. A negative stress cycle is a sort of pandemonium, right? It's a sort of pandemonium where there is no exit. Usually those symptoms will fade when you stop trading, right? When you make a break from trading. But ultimately, my goal, what I teach you to do is not to make you to break from trading. I want to really make you full-fledged Forex traders. So because of that, you should always try to avoid negative stress cycle. Okay? It's bad for you, it's bad for your account, and ultimately it will be bad for your friends and for your family. Okay? So always have in mind that your subconscious mind actively involves 90% of your trading decisions. Okay? It's also important to say that basically during the history, there were impressive examples of the power of subconscious mind, even in some medical journals. We will not talk about it now, but it's proven even in medicine. Okay? You should always try to start a day with a positive thought. This should be your routine. This is the part of your routine. Your routine is not only open the chart, let's see if there is a stochastic cross or arrow, and then press a trigger and trade the arrow. It's not the routine. It's nonsense. Your routine is that you start each day with a positive thought. You should be thankful for everything you currently have. I will always stress how important it is that you should be positive, because when you're positive, more positive will come. I will just use one example, how the past is connected to present, and past plus present gives you the future. And that is the power of positive thoughts, the power of, basically it's the power of universe, which you need to be successful in Forex trading. Okay, 1 is past, plus 2, which is present, equals to 3, which is future. Now this is past. 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Past plus present equals the future. Tomorrow's future will become present tomorrow, right? So there is always, everything is connected, and this is also part of Fibonacci, right? Yes. So basically recursive indeed. So you always need to think about it. If you're really stressed that your trade will be a huge loss, and you know that 90% of the time it will happen, especially if you enter a revenge trade. For example, you lost a one lot trade, and you immediately, because you were long, you immediately open 2 lots in short direction, and what happens is you basically risk too much, right? And you know that this trade will be bad for you. But at the time while you were making this decision, your subconscious mind played out with you. It faked you out. At a time while your mind was telling you, okay, now enter with 2 lots. It was not your conscious mind. It was your subconscious. Okay? It was your subconscious mind playing tricks with you. Because when you lose this trade, you will become conscious. Okay? You will analyze your trade. It's a short-term memory. Okay? And you will know that you made a bad decision. Okay? So the part of your routine is that you follow your plan, and your plan always tells you there is no revenge trading. A part of your trading routine is that you should be positive, guys. Try to be positive. Now, probably someone would ask me, how can I be positive if I always lose? Well, guys, it's a simple answer to that question. It's a rhetorical question. We can debate on it. But I have come to conclusion that stress-free mind is usually positive mind. Now, how you become stress-free when trading? By taking low-risk entries, guys. So it doesn't matter if you take 20 pip stop loss or you take 100 pip stop loss as your stop loss for an entry. Because ultimately, your risk should be 0.5% of your account per trade, and it's the same if you're using 20 pip or 100 pip stop loss, because you will adjust your lot size according to your stop loss, and your lot size should always display 0.5% of a risk. Okay? That way you will be stress-free. Okay? And of course, if you go with 3% risk per trade, as other people are telling you, right? You will be stressed out. I know that. And as long as you cross 5% risk threshold, you are in danger zone. And I can prove that. It's simple. I can give you accounts, big risk accounts, and usually big risk accounts are losing accounts. And I can also show you low risk accounts which have a very positive curve in last 3 years. 3 years of trading, real account statements, showing positive curve, and let's say 5-month account with big risk showing a negative curve. Using the same strategy, using the same principles. But this is the problem. Your subconscious mind is the problem. Because when you're trading stress-free, you won't be making revenge trades. You won't revenge your losses. But when you're risking too much, well, great, it's good. It's good for the market, right? Because you will lose the money, you will lose profits. Same strategy with low risk, same strategy with high risk, showed completely different results. Well, what then? That's the ultimate truth of Forex market. Do not chase the shadow, because you will never catch the shadow. If you're standing still, the shadow will come to you. The shadow equals to market. Do not chase the market. Market will always get you, always, always. Okay? Work on your body. Sitting 12 hours close to your computer is not good for your health. It will not produce good results to your body. If your body lacks core nutrients, your mind will also suffer. So you need to work on your body, you need to work on your mind. Always try to meditate or breathe and listen to binaural beats. Binaural beats are auditory processing sounds caused by specific physical stimuli. Binaural beats can help you to focus your attention to trading, to relax, and to feel better during trading. Binaural beats are also a part of audiology, it's called audiology, and there are a lot of proofs that using low and high frequency sounds can do good things to your body and mind. So let's use a trading routine example. I will go with GMT plus 2 because it's my time. I am in GMT plus 2 zone at the present, so it's 1 hour ahead of London. London is GMT plus 1, and I will use this example. So I wake up 8 a.m., 1 prior to London Open, okay? I usually go, you can use this trading example. It doesn't necessarily have to be me, but this is how a good trading routine looks like. So respect your business, guys. I know that a lot of people are saying that Forex trading is basically good because you are master of your time, you don't have to get up early, whatever. But the truth is, you should treat it as ordinary business. It's much better than to go, I don't know, communicating with your boss on your day job, especially if you're working something that you're a little bit bored, whatever. But you need to treat trading as your job, professional job. So always get up early in the morning, okay? And try to be fully charged before starting your trading day. And you can start with light protein meal. You should never eat any meat or something during early morning because it will make you sleepy. Because body will use a lot of energy to digest the meal and you will feel sleepy. And you don't want to feel sleepy when you start to trade. So listen to binaural beats, try to relax, try to drink a lot of water, and don't drink alcohol. Never, guys. Never. I know a good friend of mine was a professional trader from Forex Factory, and he really drank a lot. And even though his trade was really a very, very popular one, okay, one of most popular trades on Forex Factory, really red sword, indeed, Mark. Indeed, Mark knows the name of a trader. I can tell it. Yeah, he was my good friend, and Red Sword was his name. But he was a great trader indeed, excellent price action analyst, and unfortunately, from time to time, he came up with really bad attitude. But I know he's a good guy. But unfortunately, alcohol is really a nemesis to every trader. I think that he is fine, but I don't see him often on Forex Factory. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but unfortunately, maybe he stopped trading. Maybe he won't go publicly. I don't know really. I heard that he was fine, but that was a year ago, 2 years ago. At this point, I don't know. But back in time, while we were together analyzing the price and all these things which connects traders across various social networks, basically he was a really good trader, but alcohol was the ultimate nemesis of him. And really, from time to time, we can afford to drink. Of course, why not, guys? We are traders, and when we finish with our job, when we want to celebrate with our friends, with our family, it's okay, right? Because as long as you keep your disposition okay, if you're okay to other people, not aggressive, not being too rude, be normal. Even if you drink, try to be normal. It's okay. But when you trade, I really advise you to stay from alcohol, really. Especially, it's not about trading, it's your day job. I always, for example, that's my routine. I never ever drink while I work on my day job. And my day job is full-time trader, analyst, and educator. So I never drink. It's not normal to me to drink and then be sober and educate you. So it's really a rule which you should follow, because you don't want to end up losing your account because your subconscious mind told you that you are brave, that you are best trader in the world, and when you get drunk, 100% of your trades will be winners. That's, again, subconscious mind playing tricks with you because it's full of alcohol. Don't do that. GMT plus 2, same time, 8:30. Checking the charts and Asia movement. Okay, try to check Asia, mark Asia levels, tops, bottoms, highs, lows. Pre-plan your trades. Will you go with scalping? Will you go with day trading? Of course, it's account dependent, because if you're building the account, usually you will try to scalp. If you trade already built account, then you will probably go with day trade. But you can do a mix of both. The primary thing for you to focus is to know whether you will go with scalp or day trade if there is some impending news. For example, Fed decision Thursday, we could scalp a little bit before Fed, right, during London session. But 2 hours prior to Fed, only gamblers would position themselves. I don't do that. I never do that. And we saw what happened. Euro dollar spiked really to big levels, 14.70, and then it dropped heavily, and it just faked us, telling us, okay, this is maybe a good start of uptrend. Even retracements after Fed move were losers, because everything was a fake. That was everything a big fake. Okay, so what is the conclusion? Don't trade during Fed announcement, and don't trade a day after Fed announcement, big announcement, because there was, I won't be talking about it now, but we all know that there were some talks about rate hike, no rate hike, whatever. They decided not to hike, and then market initially spiked, then a day after it went down. And look at today. Okay, today, dollar yen analysis, okay, it was yesterday, my dollar yen analysis, 100 pips. Okay, Euro-yen analysis, 200 pips. So everything is fine as long as we are following our routine, our plan. We don't want to trade during big news. We don't want to trade straight after big news announcements. We want market to settle down. We want market to come to us, not to chase the market. So write down the levels and then define the trend, key levels, price approaching key levels. Watch the news, possible counter breakout trades or ranging market. You should define it, not blindly enter if your system tells you stochastic cross down, moving average is aligned. Great, we are entering the market. Most of the time, maybe you will be right. But then again, after some time, you will start to lose because you don't have a trading routine. Your trading routine is not following your system. It's a part of your trading routine. Your trading routine is everything what we are talking about. 9 o'clock. Now look for London Open, breakout trades if any, because you can only trade London Open. Okay, London Open. Do you have London Open system? Okay, you have a good system for London Open. Take the trade, win the trade. Okay, go out. Don't stare at the screen because it will tempt you. It's like seductress. It will tempt you it will hypnotize you. The magic of Forex is that it will hypnotize you. And you will enter another trade and another trade, and ultimately, instead of winning for that day, well, again, your subconscious mind played trick with you and you lost the trade. Because you simple as that. You were conscious enough after you won London Open breakout trade to tell yourself, okay, now it's the time for me to go out, to step away from my trading platform and to do other things. But, well, we are human beings, okay? Subconscious mind, oh, well, I will take another look at the market. And then our game starts. Okay, good setup. Let me try to do another trade. Today I had a winner. I'm good today. I will have another winner. Great, second winner in a row. Well, I will make another trade. Why not? It's time to double my account. And, of course, instead of making 50 pips of profit, you end up with 5% of a loss. So that happens, okay? Pay attention, subconscious mind. Your conscience should know that when subconscious mind enters, it's the time for you to start losing, okay? Then, what is the ultimate trick? The ultimate trick is make your subconscious mind attached to winning, not to losing, guys. That will be the ultimate point of this webinar. Try to develop a habit of winning. Okay, remember that what I'm saying. Try to develop a habit of winning. So, 9 o'clock, looking for London Open, great. Standard analysis, behavioral patterns, scan all pairs. Try to find which pair can be great for London Open. You can go with pound dollar, euro dollar, usually pound crosses and euro crosses. With, of course, pound in itself can be good, okay? If you don't want to go and try with a London Open breakout, okay, then you can try to, as I said, try to go with standard analysis and scan all pairs and try to find a pair which has the biggest winning potential. Okay, 9:45, any good setup, valid movement. Positioning or scalping, any impending news. Take this into account because you want to start fresh. You want your first trade to become a winner. Even though if your first trade is a loser, if you do with the low risk, you still have one chance to recuperate. 9:45, 12 o'clock, enter the market if there is a valid signal. Why not, guys? You already did your analysis. Try to enter a market. You don't want to trade euro dollar during Asia. Or why would you trade GBP dollar during Asia session? If you want to go with Asia session, then trade Aussie yen, Aussie New Zealand, New Zealand yen, New Zealand dollar. Okay, Aussie, let's say, I already told Aussie New Zealand. So those are pairs which you can trade in Asia session. So this is London Open, okay. There was a valid signal for a pair, enter the market, place your stop loss. And now, of course, if you are going with intraday trade, you can play set and forget, checking each hour to see where the price is heading. If you want to scalp, then you definitely need to babysit the trade, okay? So depending on your time frame, babysit or set and forget. 12, 15, 13:30. Various relaxing activities, guys, okay? Because London also has lunch. London traders have a lunch time there, and you should relax yourself. Grab a lunch or any meal, relax yourself. Don't be stressed, okay? Prepare for Wall Street, because Wall Street will bring new wave of buyers or sellers, new wave of fresh traders, and your setups can change. So this time is for relax. You don't open any trades during this period because the market will range, and usually at around 14:30 there will be some big news, okay? So you don't want to trade at that time. 2 p.m., 15 p.m., pre-New York movement analysis, looking for, again, another trade setup, scalp swing, end of day positioning, and go scan all pairs again, because usually that will be a time for a trend to change. Is it because of news, or maybe for some other reason? You need to analyze it and maybe stay away or open another trade only if it's within your risk threshold. GMT plus 2, 7 o'clock, we have webinars, various activities. We need to think about finishing the trading day. Don't open any position except if it's for testing purposes or swing, because 7 o'clock is end of day trading. Intraday traders do not open positions at 7 o'clock. Maybe if you want to go with swing trade, 5-day, if you want to hold your trade for 5 days, but if you're trading intraday, you don't want to take any positions. Or maybe you want to test something, you want to open it on demo account, because 7 o'clock, what can you do with 7 o'clock? Enjoy the rest of the evening. And I specifically say enjoy the rest of the evening. Okay, don't be stressed, try to enjoy. Okay, stick to your method, okay? Why markets move? We know why markets move. Institutional trades are placed, central banks, large financial institutions placing a lot of money and moving the market. News can change the current feeling and mind, making you to lose. Okay, what news? Usually intraday news. Pair is in downtrend, for example, any pair, just using as an example. And suddenly there is a news, let's say pound dollar. Pound dollar is in general downtrend, and suddenly there is a big spike because pound dollar news was good. Now, this can change your feeling, and you might think, okay, now it's time to go long. Usually what happens, it's a good entry position for shorts. Because ultimately, the trend will win. The trend is not made by intraday news. It's only a simple spike reaction to news. But a trend will continue. Remember this, what I'm saying. If traders are short, for example, on pound dollar, good news means that a lot of traders will liquidate their positions, and it does not mean that they are buying, that they are buying now. Every close of sell position is automatic buy into the market. So when traders, and majority of traders, close their positions because of good news, for example, for pound, and they were short before it, that means that because they closed a huge number of positions, market starts to retrace. It's not start of new trend. Usually at next level, they will use to short into the market, entering a better price. So news can change the current feeling and mind, but ultimately it won't do any changes to trend. Okay? Because sharks are making the trend. Sharks are shaping up the trend with central banks, large financial institutions. There is no holy grail 100% winning method, because your subconscious mind will usually give you some losing trades. Now, not necessarily, but even if everything is done correctly, you still can lose the trade. But it's good, because you follow the routine, your system, and your plan. Even if you lose, it's okay, because you know that you followed everything what you should have followed. Invest some money in live account and trade it. Stress-free. It's stress-free. Try to see. It's easy. You will believe me, you will be happy when you make a win, even with a small lot size, because it's stress-free trade. And what is the point? The point is it will help you form a winning habit. Because if you do everything wrong and you're having a losing streak, you are developing a losing habit. And that losing habit can ultimately keep you away from making good trading decisions. So making a winning habit is the ultimate way to success. Losing streaks will happen from time to time, but because you know what the problem is, you can identify the problem. It's usually not a system's fault. Maybe market was reacting as it reacted. Maybe you should have stayed out of market. Who is so good to know what Fed will do at next FOMC meeting? We don't know that, really. So do not trade during a FOMC. John is asking what's PA. PA is price action. So it stands for price action. So observe price action and your method. Try to develop a connection between you and price. Do not follow simple signals for your system. Try to focus on market movements, market levels, support, resistance. Try to uniform yourself with the market. Do you want to go to casino and gamble? Okay, do that, but don't do it in Forex market. Longer term streak is what will instill a winner in you. If you have a winning longer term streak, it will reform your subconscious from a losing subconscious to a winning subconscious. So your subconscious will reform itself, and it will help you make good trading decisions. Unless your subconscious is completely reformed, you maybe have developed a losing habit. Until you reform completely within yourself and redo it from the scratch, there is no way that you will become a winning trader over a course of a day or night. Getting the account back after a huge drawdown, really it's hard. You need to accept different risk management rules, and that can lead you again to gambling. I know it's the hardest part, to get the account back after a huge drawdown. So do not forget, guys, to follow the plan. And your plan is a part of your trading routine. Your trading routine is also a big part of your subconscious mind. Do not make impulsive trades. Okay, never. Why? Subconscious trick. Exiting too quickly, letting losses run. Again, it's not rational. If you make a bad trade, the trade is not part of your plan, and you still make money on it, it's a failure. It's a failure. Properly define success. This is success. If you make a good trade, the trade which follows the plan, your routine, and lose money from it, because it's a success because you follow the plan. Ultimately, you will have more successes than losers. Just properly define success. This is not success. Revenge trade which you made and earn money from is not success. It's a failure. When you understand the point of this webinar and try to, if you're of course a losing trader, and you try to reform your mind, you will really say, thank you, Nenad. This was my mistake. This is not my system mistake. This is not my friend's mistake. This is not mistake of the market. This is only solely my mistake. That is the first step towards reforming your subconscious mind. And believe me, even if you lose a trade, but if you followed your plan and routine, treat it as success, because next time you will win, and next time after that you will win. Change your view of failure. Change your view of failure. Apply reward from yourself and punishment. If you're still struggling to follow your routine, try to apply the punishment or reward if you're successful. Think about it. Think what punishment could be. Be honest with yourself, guys. Do not tell me that just because you followed John Doe's analysis, you won, or just because you followed James Doe analysis, you lost the trade. It's always good to follow a respectful and proven analysis. But guys, if you make a winner, that is because you knew that that analysis was good. And you knew that it went according to your plan and your trading routine. Be honest with yourself. It's double confirmation for your win. Try to diversify your trading portfolio. If you're not successful with euro dollar, try to switch to, let's say, a good trending pair. In this case, dollar CAD. I told you a month ago that dollar CAD is buying to dip. And we see that every buy into dip is a win. So try to find good trades, good markets which are trending. Because when you go with the trend, you're following big money. Diversify your trading portfolio. Do not trade only one or two pairs. And do not forget, improvement begins with I. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for attending the webinar. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If not, we can call it a day. I just wanted to share one more thing with you, okay? Because there are a lot of questions for this trade of mine. Okay, 1 minute. GMT is, it's Central Europe. So guys, this was my Euro-Yen setup, which was published on 17th of September, a couple of days ago. And I have received a lot of emails asking that how can I be so crazy to publish the analysis when there is a strong uptrend and inverse head and shoulders on 4-hour time frame. I told them, guys, I always stick to my guns and I always trust my guns. And this is my analysis. I don't care if this analysis is the only one which suggests shorting on inverted head and shoulders. I really don't care. And what happened is price went to POC, you can check it on your charts, and gave us more than 230 pips without a drawdown. Okay? That is why, because I always believe in myself. I always believe in my analysis. I don't care if majority thought that inverse head and shoulders should be bought into. The reasons why I shorted from POC. POC is point of confluence, and it's our entry zone. When you see POC in my analysis, treat it as entry zone always. I explain the reasons for shorting into it. Okay? And that is one example why I don't allow my subconscious mind to play tricks with me. Okay? I learned that a long time ago. And I'm talking to you from my personal experience. Okay? And that is what sometimes diverts us from ordinary market analysts. Everyone has the right to their own respectable opinion, and I would never ever object anyone's opinion and analysis. And we should always be respectful one to another. So Euro-Yen 250 pip winner is basically one of the examples when you definitely understand that improvement always begins with I. Translated, it's you. Thank you again. I will be here with you soon. Follow us on other markets and Forex Street, of course. And remember that I'm here to help you. Thank you. Trade safe.